A married couple came to me for help with their relationships. What does she always want from me? Everything I do is always wrong. She's picking on every little thing. I already asked you 1,000 times, please do not leave your shoes in the middle of the living room. Oh, you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A whole scandal is because of shoes. She couldn't find something more important to scream about? Why are the shoes bothering her so much? I do not know, I say. You see, even the rabbi doesn't know why are you all worked up because of these shoes. So stop with your silly demands. But that I never said. I interrupt the husband. I don't understand your wife. And I don't understand why she's bothered by the shoes. You don't understand it either. But this does not mean that you should not do what she asks. She can't even explain to me why she wants it. You and me are not her. Neither one of us can ever understand why she wants what she wants. But you don't need to understand. You just need to do it. Do you want me to do things thoughtlessly without understanding like a robot? She always tells me that I have to try to understand her, so I'm trying. Trying to understand your wife is very important. But if you don't understand the reason for her desires, it does not mean that you do not have to fulfill them. If you want to do something for another person, then your understanding of why they want it does not matter. You are doing it for them, not because of your understanding. And yes, do it like a robot. Science urges us to understand everything we see, and this is wonderful. But this scientific approach has also trained us to think that we are capable of understanding everything. And whatever we don't understand, for us, doesn't exist. It is hard for us to imagine that there are real and correct things that we don't comprehend. But human relationships do not work on scientific understanding. I can hardly figure out my own feelings. Are you expecting me to understand the wishes of another person? The Torah calls us the wife of God. This allegory can teach us a lot. A wife can try to please her husband just because she's afraid of fights. Just like we sometimes can do mitzvahs only because of fear of punishment. A husband can remember about his wife only on her birthday and the wedding anniversary. We also sometimes remember about God only on Jewish holidays. Spouses can contact each other only when one of them needs something from the other. We also sometimes run to a synagogue only when things go wrong. Sometimes married people simply coexist with each other, and each one of them is living their own lives. But the purpose of marriage is to make your spouse a part of your life. The purpose of Judaism is to make God a part of our lives. Have a real relationship with Him. To be grateful for what He does. Listen to Him out of love and respect. There are mitzvahs in the Torah that we do not understand. Well, if you cannot understand your wife, are you expecting to understand God? Do some mitzvahs seem trivial? Well, your husband's demands may also seem petty. Do you want me to do mitzvahs without understanding like a robot? And how about using my brain? I understand that, like in family relationships, it is hard for us to imagine that there are real and correct things that we do not understand. But the answer is the same as it is in marriage. We must try to understand God's wisdom as much as we can. But if God is dear to us, then we will do what He asks, even if we don't understand it. My main advice is, treat your spouse as God, and treat God as your spouse.